Clara Amfo here, and I am delighted to be in the presence of a sweet, sweet selector, all-round musical don, Elton John.
Thank you, Clara.
You are here.
I am indeed.
Ahead of your very first Glastonbury show, your last ever UK show. I'm going to say for now. I hope you don't leave us forever. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's so great. I'm so looking forward to seeing you at Glastonbury and having the best time. I've never played Glastonbury. I've never been to Glastonbury. I've played a couple of festivals in Britain and a couple in America. I'm not really played that many festivals. I've watched Glastonbury on the TV, and the thing that I love about Glastonbury is not the headliners per se, it's the people in the smaller stages that they give the chance to shine to. So if I was in Glastonbury, I would probably be in one of the smaller tents looking at one of the newer acts playing, because that's what I want to see. But I've never been asked to play before, so it's come at a time when it couldn't be a more perfect ending to playing in Britain and than to play at Glastonbury. And they've all been so kind at Glastonbury, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've got the set list down. I've got rehearsal dates booked for the guest artists. So, we'll just hope the weather will be nice.
I have a feeling the weather's going to be excellent. I can feel it in my bones. How does one go down whistling down, your collection of songs, especially for a setting like that? You say it's a brand new show. It's nothing to do with this tour. It's brand new. How do you go about selecting to giving the people what they want?
Well, on Farewell Ebbing Road, there's quite a lot of deep cuts. There's not all hits. And I went through... You've got to keep people interested. There's no deep cuts where they're going to go, I need to have a pee or something. And when you put a set list together, it's really like you want it to climax at the end. It's a bit like I always say, like having sex. You start off really well, then you chill out a bit, and then towards the end of the show, all hell breaks loose. So I'm starting the set with a song I haven't played on stage for about 10 years. So we'll see how it goes. You never can predict how it's going to go, but I'm so excited about it. And I can't thank Emily for being so kind and so supportive. And so, they've been really wonderful.
It's a human sign.
It's Future Sounds. It's Clara Amfo here. We are in your actual record room, and it would be remiss of me to not talk about everything that is surrounding us. I kind of gave myself quick neck earlier because I was just staring at everything. How do you go about making sure you keep the things that truly matter to you when it comes to this room?
Well, you know what? I sold all my vinyl many years ago to a collector in St. Louis because I didn't have anywhere to put it. And then since its resurgence, thankfully, I had to collect it, most of it, all again, and with some extra editions. And the thing now is, because of the resurgence, it's easier to get a record on vinyl than it is on a CD, because most people don't have CDs anymore. It's such a romantic way of collecting music. It's never lost its romanticism for me. And people can express themselves on their music, on their cover, on their what they want visually, and you can read the notes, and you can, I don't know, it's just a magical form of representation of music.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Because it's such a lovely thing, and it's a convenient thing to be able to stream and whatnot, but there is something, as you say, very romantic about, going to your collection, pulling out what you want. There's an intention there, isn't there?
Well, I get so excited when I get something on vinyl. We were just talking before we started the interview about the last 3 Salt albums came out about 2 weeks ago on vinyl, and I'm so thrilled. I was jumping up and down because I'm a huge Salt and Cleo Soul fan. So it makes it exciting. It was like when I used to collect records in the 70s at Musicland in Berwick Street and seeing the record in the store, and you get so excited. I feel the same way now. Yeah. It's just as exciting.
And you've got everyone in here, from like Little Uzi Vert to Tame Impala to there is so much, in your...
Tame Impala, how good are they? And then Pond, the shoot-off from Tame Impala. There's so much great music comes out of Australia. Nigeria at the moment is just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to celebrate
that in a minute, yeah.
Well, this is why I'm delighted to be here. This is why you are playing Glastonbury this year, because it's that passion that has kept you doing what you do. I think every time I've had the joy of meeting you, I always walk away feeling really buoyant, because you're just your passion for music, as well as other people's music, more importantly.
Well, when we ever meet, all we talk about is new music, which I love.
I think the first time
I'm not really interested in the old stuff, I know that, but the new, there's so much good stuff around. There is. You play it.
Everyone is excited to see you, especially a lot of the new artists, and that's what we're celebrating tonight on this show. Your picks, because as you mentioned, it is about those smaller stages as well as the pyramid stage. That's fantastic, but it is about those intimate moments, isn't it? Where maybe there's a tent with maybe 15 people and you see someone really special. Okay, well, let's start UK side. Let's start with the fantastic Olivia Dean. Talk to me about this girl's voice.
I've been playing Olivia Dean's music for 2 years, and every track I've played is brilliant. And I'm thinking, when's this girl going to start to break? When's this girl going to start to break? Because she's so brilliant. And now she has an album out, and I'll show you it.
Messy.
It's called Messy. And I think she's a big star. I really do think she's a big star. She's a fabulous singer. She's so beautiful. She's got that personality that really shines through. So I'm going to play a track from her called Dive.
Oh, excellent choice.
So let me put it on here, if I can. Make sure I've got the right side. Here we go.
There we go.
And it's in lavender vinyl, which is fabulous. Okay.
It very much suits her personality.
Yeah.
Very feminine and very... Well, there's a sensuality in this song, isn't there? Because it's sort of like a 60s girl group in one person, isn't it?
Well, I'm dying to meet her. I'm dying to talk to her, and she's going to be a big star. So here's Olivia Dean.
It isn't working. I'm a tidal wave of questions, and I'm ready to dive.
All right, this is Future Sounds. It is a Glastonbury special, all in aid of Elton John, because Elton John is going to be performing at Glastonbury for the first time, which we still can't quite believe, but the first and perfect time, it seems, you know?
Yeah, it's things happen for a reason. I haven't played there before, but this is the perfect time to play it, when I'm saying goodbye. So I really am looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward to it.
One thing that will never wane is your love for new artists, so we're going to keep it pushing, and we go to Obon Jaya, who is brilliant.
Obon Jaya is someone I've played on my show. I haven't spoken to him. He has an album out called Some Nights I Dream of Doors. Mm-hmm. He's from Nigeria.
He is indeed.
And he's one of the plethora of brilliant Nigerian... and I was just talking at that. I saw Burna Boy played the London Stadium.
He did.
And how brilliant is that for him to sell out the London Stadium? It's brilliant for African music, for Nigeria, and for him. He's just adorable. This guy is really special, I think.
He's really, really special. It's such an exciting time for, I think, particularly West African pop music, particularly for Nigerians and Ghanaians. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm Ghanaian. But it's amazing because, I think there was a time when, music, from West Africa in particular, it wasn't considered cool how it is now. And it's just, you can't escape it. But Obon Jaya is a really, really special guy. He's got a lovely rasp in his voice, hasn't he?
Yeah. This is a very special artist. And you really, it's an album that you have to listen to all the way through because it's full of different sorts of music. But I'm going to play a track called Message in a Hammer, which is fabulous. So let's enjoy it.
Born in trouble.
It's Future Sounds. It's Clara Amfo here in a room full of music, a room full of love for music, and a room full of Elton John.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Joseph, because how do you feel about, I guess, the male voice in 2023 and accessing it this way? Because he's not, a roarer, he's not a belter. There's a softness in his voice, isn't there?
It's true. I mean, same with St. Harrison as well. He's got a beautiful soul voice. This boy's got one of the great voices. There's a new guy in America called Ryan Beatty, who's got the same thing, and the boy David Kushner, who's been at number 2 in the chart with that beautiful baritone, there's some great boys. The girls have been having their own field day, and about time too. But some boys now coming on making some really beautiful records and using their voice soulfully, and it's lovely to hear. And Joseph is so special, I think. Obviously a Scottish boy.
Which a lot of people don't realise, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there's always been a lot of soulful singers from Scotland. Anyway, he's just been in America touring. I missed him by a millisecond at the Troubadour. But he's someone I think has got a great future. This album, for me, is a killer album. I play it all the time. But Joseph is very special.
He is. This song actually makes me quite teary because I remember I had him on Future Sounds, and he said, it's a breakup record. It's about seeing that ex-partner of yours at a party. You've just broken up with somebody and you're feeling desperate. You're just like, I just want more night.
When you see him, when you interview him, I done Zoom. I haven't met him, but there's that beautiful vulnerability about them, which I love.
Yeah.
And any singer that has vulnerability about them, like Lana Del Rey and people like that, you know that you're going to have some emotional within the grooves.
Well, yeah, this is definitely one for all the feelings havers out there. So let's enjoy it. This is Joseph, Just Come Home With Me Tonight.
But pass me under the stairs.
It's Future Sounds, and we are in the record room of the fabulous Elton John, celebrating what I know is going to be an excellent set at Glastonbury, and also his love of new artists. So far, we have played Olivia Dean, Obon Jaya, Joseph, and now, sadly, we come to our last selection. Oh,
These
I
girls
love
rock
these
my
two.
world.
Oh, they're so good.
I've had them on the show. I've played their music till, it's so wonderful what they do. And there's so many girls out there rocking it. I mean, you've got the Lindas and you've got Wet Leg. You've got the Nova Twins, who are just unbelievable. I mean, I'm so looking forward to seeing them live because they're just, you can feel what it's going to be.
Oh, their energy.
They are just, for me, phenomenal.
They are so cool. I wanted to ask you, actually, just because, Elton, you've seen so much. You've seen music evolve and change so much, especially when it comes to rock music. And, you saw one of the most famous black women in rock, like, do the damn thing from early, Tina Turner. You've seen that.
Yeah,
you've lived
I've
that.
seen them
Skin.
I used to back Patti LaBelle when I was 17, so there you go.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So this must be so edifying for you to see people like,
The energy from these girls could light up Sheffield. I mean, it's just the way their videos look, the way they just... It reminds me of who's the guy on Motown? Rick James a bit.
Oh yeah. Super
Larry
Freak.
Graham of Central Station, Sly and the Family Stone. It's got all
It's a bit
those
bootsy
kind of.
as well, isn't it?
Huh?
Bit bootsy as well.
Yes, Bootsy Collins.
Yeah.
Very, yeah. I love them. They know I love them, and we're going to play a track for them. Which one are we going to play?
We're going to go for KMB, which stands
I
for
love that. The video.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, I know.
Right, okay, let's get it on. Yes.
Yeah, Nova Twins, I love you to death, and they're going to storm Glastonbury. They certainly are. I mean, if it's a sunny day and they come on stage, they could steal the whole thing.
I think so. I think it's so important to see different types of people occupy different spaces in music as well.
Isn't it funny how the girls are really doing it, though? They're rocking out. They're more interested in the boys.
Do you know what? I've always thought
I'm
so.
right, aren't I?
You are right.
Apart from Sammy Fender and a couple of others.
I mean, listen, he can be. He's
do anything.
separate.
Yeah,
He's
he's
good.
different.
I
He's
look
a
forward to
class
his new album. When it comes to playing on other people's records, is there anybody that you approach and say, you know what, I would actually really love to, or do you usually wait? Do you wait for a call?
I wait for a call.
Right.
And you run into people. I said, a lot of people are afraid of asking me to play on the record, but I've just come full circle. That's what I used to do before I became Elton John, and I love it so much. I mean, when I did the lockdown sessions, I was in Abbey Road doing an interview for the documentary, Mary McCartney. And we did an interview, and I said, it's so funny. I'm going down to Studio 2 now to put my voice on a Glenn Campbell track and to play on a Little Nas X track. And I said, it was the same studio that I recorded in, that I did the Hollies record of He Ain't Heavy, He Is My Brother. Same staircase, same old desk with the padding sticking out. And I said, it just feels so good, I love playing on people's records. And when they ask me, I always say, yeah, why not?
Well, I guess that's the thing, isn't it? I think a true love of music almost has no ego, right?
Well, I went one day in LA, I went and played and sang on an Engelbert Humperdinck record because he wrote me the sweetest letter, and I thought, how can I say no to this man? And he was just the best. So I went to his studio, did my thing with him, went down the road for about half a mile, and I played on Queens of the Stone Age the same day.
Sure.
So why not?
Why not?
It was just, that's what I love. I'm not a snob, and if people are nice, I'll do anything for them, yeah.
And can I ask you this, in future, are you going to be doing more collaborations like how you did with Dua and with Britney?
Yeah.
Or are you going to just try and keep that
know.
in a moment in itself?
They came up just as a spur of the moment thing, especially the Cold Heart thing. I don't know. They were unplanned, and they did really well, and I enjoyed them. I'm not going to plan to do them because I think that's boring. If they come up, they'll come up, and if I like it, I'll do it. But I like the dance tracks. I like, because I don't normally do things like that. I'm game for anything.
Says the famous workaholic.
Yeah.
Elton, it has been an absolute delight to spend time with you.
Oh, it's always lovely to see you. And you're Mrs. Music, and I love it.
Bring on Glastonbury.
Okay, girl.
See you there. I might come and try and shake a tambourine on stage with you. Is that
You
a deal?
can, yeah. You've got a gospel choir.
Fabulous. I'll be there.